Uh, 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 uh. Pick your mic up then.
It's ready.
Jeez, what is this, bruv? How much an hour? Huh?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah,
cool. Let me spit
yeah,
my gum out, man.
yeah,
Let's get professional.
Yeah.
Let's get professional before we start this shit. Oh, but wait. We've already started it.
Hey, can
Oh.
I hear the music?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't think Mo Stack will sue us.
Nah.
Come from the same ends, like it'll be
It doesn't
unethical for
matter.
him to do that.
Doesn't matter if we're from the same ends.
Huh?
Doesn't matter if we're from the same. Oh, I'm not from the same.
No,
ends,
you're not.
is
Don't
it?
try and involve yourself, please.
This is a good entrance. Literally got into the car.
I know it is that
0.5
vibes.
seconds ago.
Yeah.
And you got Mo Stack playing for me. Ready for my entrance. I'm feeling heavy.
Yeah,
I'm
done
feeling
now.
wavy.
There you go.
We for the he for the ha. Let's do it. I like the fact that you got me, off guard
Hey,
again.
listen. Let me just say in it.
High five, brother. I
That was
didn't really
dead,
want to
fam.
do that.
rock
Was so
solid,
dead.
fam.
That was so dead. Okay, boom.
I'm gonna pause it now. Ready? All right.
Okay.
All right. That pause was a bit late, but ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tomato Podcast,
Do, 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 do.
episode 45. You wanna put the window up? Yeah. You feeling
Yeah.
a bit nippy? Are you?
No. I feel like it's interrupting.
Nah. Natural. Listen, organic El Natural sound is so brilliant. What do you think Kanye West was doing when he went to Africa, bruv? You think he locked himself in a booth? Nah, my man was recording outside with nature.
Is it?
Yeah, bro.
Who told you that?
I saw it. I saw a video. He was recording outside.
Since when?
That was like last year when he was supposed to release his a quote unquote album. That
Oh yeah,
never
I know
ended
which
up
one it is.
releasing.
When he was like, brr,
Yeah,
brr,
yeah,
brr,
yeah. He was.
right. You
yeah.
understood what I was saying. I love when people understand what I'm trying to say.
Alright, well.
Because it's quite hard for me to communicate
Is
sometimes.
it? You're speaking English, so.
No, but you know what I mean. I was like, brr, brr, that's not. But you know what me?
I don't know what
talking
that
about.
meant, but I knew everything else.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I knew what it meant. What are you
Definitely
saying,
did.
Faiza? You're back. You're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back and we're better.
Hey, we're back.
So while we're in NW18HG, yeah.
Whoa, you gonna pay out your
No, but like
pay out your
that
people
can,
them
that
like
can
that?
that can be anywhere though.
Would you mean anywhere? You pretty much narrowed it down to about like 100.
Nah,
Meters.
It's alright. It's alright. No, it's alright, man.
Nah, this place is amazing though. I can't lie to you.
It's
nice.
confusing, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
why I
it
was
is.
like, what side are you on?
Yeah, 'cause it's a square and like there's trees everywhere and flats and houses and shit.
Because the postcode I gave you is
Yeah.
on that side,
Oh, is it?
It's actually
No,
not on
because
this
I
side.
remember coming here innit last time. So I was like, all right, cool. I know where I'm going.
So we've got Roundhouse on the right.
Yep, right there. It looks like Shakespeare's Globe Theatre.
Some beta version. But I think we should definitely go watch
We
the
should.
Barber's Iconic.
Who?
Barbershop Iconic?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say. We should record in there. I was like, all right, cool.
Oh, no, we can.
Yeah, but what's the Barbers are Chronic?
Barbershops.
What is that?
It's like a theatre show. It's really good.
Oh, is it in
Like
there?
all black cast. Yeah.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
a movie based on a movie.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
It's good, anyways.
I'll see, but I'm not black in it, so I don't know whether it will appeal to me. But
What the fuck?
what?
Black culture's amazing.
So
And,
okay.
like, no, wait, hold on a minute.
I'm joking, man. I'm trolling
Man said
you.
it's not trying to. Okay, anyways.
I'm trolling
just
you,
gonna
bro.
ignore you, innit?
I like
I'm
black
gonna-
people. Black people are nice to me.
I'm.
Cause I'm coloured as well, innit? So I feel like a black person
Guys,
is
I have
more
to take
likely
off my
to.
shades for
Huh?
this.
No. I just feel like personally, in my experience, I
Mhm.
feel like black people have involved me more
Yeah.
than they've involved a white person because, I'm coloured. So it's like, do you know what I mean? Us coloured people, we do need to stick together. I'll be honest with you.
So you're gonna go watch the show?
Sure, I'll voice my opinion right
Thank
now.
you. Okay, moving on.
No, big man things, yeah. Because living in a predominantly white area, it's
Mm.
opened up my eyes so much.
Mm.
I feel like I'm so anti-white. It's so bad. Oh my god. I've
I just
dug
thought-
myself into a hole. But let me explain myself quickly.
Go
Yeah.
on.
So basically, welcome to Camden. So basically, growing up,
It's because it's one-way system. They don't want to wait,
yeah,
so they put their sirens.
yeah, I
on.
know. The
'Cause there's
police,
nothing wrong
they
with
scheme it
having
all the time, bruv. The other day I saw someone put a siren on just to get into McDonald's.
Makes
Like,
sense.
bro, what you doing?
I would do that.
Like,
It's only
cuz, why
privilege.
you?
Police officers don't get paid a lot, you know.
I know it's true, but you know what I mean. Like, we're representing. Come on.
Alright, cool. Boom.
So,
Chat to me, innit? What's
Basically,
been going
look,
on in your area?
I've spoken about this so many times, but my bias or my prejudice on white people comes from my experiences, isn't it? So obviously, it's so bad. Like yesterday, my parents went to B&Q. My mum, she called me. She was looking for a specific type of paint in it. She couldn't find it.
What paint was it?
It was like it was for outside, like outside paint. And she was finding it hard to communicate with the guy in it, what kind of paint she wants. So I was like, put it on loudspeaker, let me talk to him. And then she's like, I'll talk to my son. He's like, no, I can't talk to him on the phone. I'm not allowed to talk on the phone to other people. And I flipped. I was like to my mum, are you mad? Put it on loudspeaker now. Put it on loudspeaker now. For me, straight away, I assumed that he was being like that because he had some sort of agenda against my mum because she was, ethnic. And then today I asked her, like, oh, so what was that guy like that you were speaking to yesterday? She was like, no, he was really helpful. He was really, really nice. He couldn't speak on the phone to you because, it's against company policy. He was a young boy. So, and I was like, okay. Obviously, she would be able to tell me better about her experiences than I would because I wasn't there.
So you say you constantly jump to conclusions?
Yes.
And you're always on defense?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense as to why you're, like, feeling like that.
Yes.
Because of your experiences. But, I mean, you can't live life like that.
I know I can't. I know. I don't know what's wrong with me,
especially in a
bro.
predominantly white country.
It's bad. It's so bad. It's like today.
We'll figure it out together.
But no, today I went into B&Q. This gentleman, bald head, had rings on his ears, tattoos all over his arms, moustache, white, looked like a biker. I completely jumped to conclusion thinking that he was gonna, be a bit of a dickhead to me. He gave us discount off wooden floors. So the price was, the price was X. And then he was like, oh, but we can knock the price down for you. I was like, swear down.
Brother.
Cuz you're right. Like, you look, do you know what I mean?
Wow.
I know, it's mad. It's mad. You can't.
Do you feel like
should
people
never
being nice to you is rare?
I think so.
Do you feel like it's uncommon?
I feel really bad. I feel really guilty when someone is nice to me who I think won't be nice to me.
It's the area Shutterdons.
Oh, swear down.
Yeah.
You know them, man?
No. Why would that?
Well done. You saying you're good?
What?
I just made 2 new friends. There you go. My man's wearing a KFC. Come on, bro. Oh, it's levels, bro. Come on, man.
You're funny.
Don't bait yourself out like that, my guy. Man. Come on, this guy, cuz.
I know,
he's wearing a KFC hat. Like, bro, come on, you're in public. You're not behind the counter.
I would wear a KFC hat.
I wouldn't.
Well,
do you want to be a victim for the rest of your life?
It's funny, you know.
It's bare funny, innit?
Yeah.
We should do podcasts here more often. It's just like...
There's always something. Like, right now, on the other side, we've got kids, like, bare Somali kids. Like, I mean, like, at least 50 kids that are just playing outside. And there's, like, this community centre thing going on.
Yeah.
But there actually isn't a centre there. It's just the one yard that everyone's gone to. Then they've placed, like, tables there with bare drinks. I can't went there, crap myself a Marinda. Said,
did you get it?
Like, absolutely. Why'd you find wearing a headscarf today? I said, what's going on?
You're sick.
Let me get involved.
Which one did you get? The orange?
Oh, no, I had to get the red.
Hey, strawberry, yeah? Spot me. You know, fam. The one that tastes like cough medicine.
No, it tastes like sugar. It tastes like diabetes.
Yeah, I know it does. But, I like it.
It's alright.
Anyways.
I just gave it to my nephew.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they all looked at me.
Was he grateful?
Yeah, he's like, oh, can we all go? I'm like, yeah, go grab your things, fam. They're Muslim.
Straight up.
That's one thing they're good at. So, yeah, did you do an introduction?
I
think we did.
I half introduced it.
Let's do it properly.
Alright, cool. I'll let you start.
No.
No, come on, man, please.
No, come on, but ladies first, isn't it?
Yeah, ladies first, go.
I'm joking.
What do you mean? Go on.
Boom. So you're speaking. Well,
what do you mean you're speaking? You're speaking.
I don't really.
You're going to say you're listening, innit?
Yeah, that's what I would
You
say.
are now tuned in to Faisal Abdul Qadir and Farhan Ahmed on the Tomato Podcast.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Thank you. Alright, cool.
How you doing? You alright?
Yeah, I'm good, you know.
Alright, cool.
I'm a bit like pumped up. I've been at my sister's house.
Oh, yeah?
All day.
Yeah?
Dad came over.
Jeez.
Everyone came together.
Happy family?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you mean, yeah?
So.
Why are you saying yeah with a half grin?
Because you know how it is.
Yeah, I know what it's like, man. Don't worry.
You got to he so much. You know, being the youngest, there's a lot of pressure in that.
Tell me about it.
But yeah, just spending time with the famo and shit.
Yeah.
Obviously, as you can see, I look like I've been cleaning all day.
No, you look calm, man. You look cash. You look like you've been to a barbecue.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah. It's actually a barbecue vibes, but in the house.
Mm.
Yeah, it's been a good evening.
Good. I'm glad to hear
Day.
that. I'm sorry I had to steal you away for an hour, but
No, that's fine, man. Everyone's like, when are you gonna do your podcast recording?
slow down.
Yeah, I was like, do you wanna come? They're like, no.
Yeah, we can have a little audience in the back.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah, a few giggles here and there.
Yeah,
They
no,
don't
they
want-
didn't want it.
Hold
They
the
didn't want
placard up. Applause.
it.
They
Yeah,
all
it
applause.
would have been great. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So give us a fun fact about you because I think we've got a few new listeners. Joking. I'm not sure. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I think we do. You know.
Swear down.
Yeah.
For real.
100%.
Oh dear. Let's be best behavior then.
Well,
You know.
we're always
my
on our
top
best
button up.
behavior.
Joking. I can't even put my top button up. It's mad.
Why?
I don't know. I feel
Too
suffocated when I
tight.
do it.
It's fine.
Hmm?
It's too tight.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
It's one of them ones.
Summertime, innit?
Trust me. It's
Alright,
hot.
so I'm
Man.
trying to think of a fun fact whilst I'm talking. I can't think of anything. Go on, you go.
All right. Cool. A fun fact about me. All right. Cool.
Oh, okay,
Listen. From the top of my head, yeah.
Hello.
Don't judge me in it, but from the top of my head,
Yeah.
one interesting fun fact.
Yeah.
The first book I fully completed from A to Z was Michael Jackson's autobiography.
Okay, that's interesting.
Very interesting.
And what did you think about the autobiography?
I loved it. I think it was very, very insightful.
Do you have it at home?
Hmm?
Do you have it at home?
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe.
Okay.
Most of my stuff is in storage.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah. Oh,
But listen,
I'm sorry to comment on that.
it's alright. It's fine. We'll get back soon. Hopefully.
Okay.
The autobiography was sick.
Okay.
I can basically, because it was the first book I read from A to Z,
Yeah.
I can remember it very sort of clearly.
Yeah.
Because it's quite a, like a...
Detailed book.
No, it's like the first book you finish will always be the most special because it's the first book that you fully finish. So when you finish it, you're
100%.
like, oh shit, I just
Yeah.
finished my first book. But it's like a proper book, not like
Mm.
one of those like 3 or 4 page books.
So you never. So you're
Big
telling
and
me when you were younger, you never used to finish your books?
No, you see, my attention span it's like
Oh, you're worse than
very
me,
low.
bro.
Like if I read a book, I'll read the first chapter,
Mm.
maybe 2 chapters, and then I'll be disinterested. I won't carry on, or I just won't be bothered to finish it. Do you know what I mean? Like I've got commitment issues, innit?
Is
I can't commit to a book.
Is it?
Swear down.
You got commitment issues,
not like
yeah?
No.
Hey!
No, I'm. No, not like
Why
that,
you
man.
get nervous?
What do you mean, bruv? Don't put me in a spot like that. Nah, bruv. I'm committed. I'm committed to like
It was a joke.
I'm committed to
Fucking
human
hell.
beings, innit? Human beings like my mum, my dad. I'm committed to them. My
Fucking
brothers.
hell,
Do
Bernard.
you get me? This podcast, I'm committed to it. But books, I'm not committed to. Finishing games, TV series, them kind of things. I'll give you bare interesting facts about me. Anyway, so Michael
Okay,
Jackson's book
go.
was sick.
Yeah.
His dad bullied him, and then he got plastic surgery.
Yeah, I know, but like
That was the moral of the story, effectively.
the thing is, yeah, do you feel like some of his complexities came from himself, and like his insecurities was just like something
think,
that he
yeah.
had, and that his dad just had like a little bit of it.
No, I think his dad fucked him up for real. Because he hit fame too quickly. You got to remember that this guy was like, how old was he? Like a 9-10-year-old who was exposed to like superstardom at that age and had to sort of readjust his life to fame because everyone wants to be rich and famous, but no one really knows what being rich and famous comes with. Comes with a lot of shit, man.
100%.
You got to sacrifice a lot, man. Talking about not being able to go to Nando's. The smallest of things that go into your corner shop.
Yeah, 100%. Like we take a lot of things for granted.
Yeah, bro. Like free time. You don't have free time. As a rich or famous person, you have a strict schedule that you stick with at all times. You can't be spontaneous. You know them ones. If you have to sleep at 9 o'clock. I love this song. Great tune. Good tune.
My Asian brothers.
Trust. Yeah, so anyway, I was just waffling about strict schedules.
No, it's fine.
And I wasn't on time today. Half an hour late.
To you?
Yeah.
Nah, it's alright, Like, sometimes just things happen for a reason. I
Yeah.
really do believe in that. And that's what keeps me, like, sane. Because I'm fucking late to everything. So I don't mean to
Yeah,
swear.
I'm getting bad. I'm getting to the point where I'm getting
it's
late
just
to
too much
everything.
on our timetable.
Yeah, man. It's like, fam, why can I not be 14 again?
I don't even want to be 14. I want to be 8. 8 was amazing. Because it's like...
I can't remember that far back.
Okay.
I can remember year 6.
I had a good childhood.
I fucking loved year 6. And it all went pear-shaped when I went to secondary school.
Yeah, I know
Secondary
what you
school
mean.
was shit.
Let me tell them a fun fact about me.
Go on.
Okay, boom. So you know when I laugh too much,
Mm.
you know the side of like, you know where the kidney is?
Yeah.
It starts to itch.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
What is that all about?
I don't know. Well, that's when I laugh too much.
So it starts
Yeah.
itching.
Just that, and it's only one spot in my body.
Right, boy.
Okay, another
Man, to
fun
get that
fact
checked
is,
out, fam.
on my thigh, I've
Mm.
got a scar
Mm.
that is shaped like Africa.
You're joking.
Yeah, birthmark, not a scar. But it's really small.
Obviously, of course, I want to see it, but it's so inappropriate.
Oh yeah, I didn't really think about that.
Because, like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
so
yeah.
unique. Like, you would want to see it,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
But
yeah. That's two
obviously,
fun
God
facts
put it there
about
for a
me.
reason.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Thank
Maybe
you.
you can, like, map it out one day, just draw it. I don't have any. I've got, beauty spots.
Yeah.
Beauty spots on my face that I have recently discovered. You know when... it's weird, right? So, you look at your face almost every single day,
Yeah.
but there's small, minute details that you never realise.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Blood, only recently, I can't ever see this. I never see this. This is
Okay.
always invisible to me when I look in the mirror.
Okay.
But when I look at it, I'm just like, oh shit, what the fuck is it doing there? It just
How
looks
did you
so
not
odd.
realise it was always there?
Did you realise it's always there?
Yeah.
When you look at my face, is that like a standout feature?
In your pictures, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's bad.
No, it's nice.
Really?
Yeah, beauty spots
thanks.
are nice.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, let's
I
get
appreciate
straight to it.
Let's get straight to it. I do have No, let's just get straight into it. I don't want to say anymore.
What?
No, I was going to
Just say it.
I was going to confess to something, but I ain't
Go
gonna
and
confess
tell me,
to
what
nothing.
did you do to me?
No, I didn't do nothing. I'm not gonna confess to anything yet.
Why?
Maybe later, innit?
Wow.
What are we starting off with, Pfizer? Tell us.
Okay, so we're starting with...
Your best mate, Trump?
Yeah, do you know what? I'm actually sick and tired of him. I'm so fed up with him, man. I'm really like...
I think he's a really clever motherfucker.
100%.
Shall I tell you why?
Go on.
Because, he's been trolling us for like 3 years now,
For the
right?
longest.
He's been trolling. He's probably had the longest record of trolls
Yeah.
in like the history of trolling.
100%.
And I think he's done this for a reason. I think he's been trolling us because he knows that it will come to a point where we just won't give a shit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll be able to do anything he wants.
100%.
Because now I'm at a stage where I'm just like, I don't care. And I feel guilty
Yeah.
about it because I should care.
Yeah.
Like this whole racism scandal.
With like Ilham Omar.
Yeah.
I was like, sis, you knew that was going to come for you.
Bruv,
That's I know that
course.
sounds so bad, but it's like,
Course.
it comes with the territory.
Like low key, if this was in the UK, someone would do it on a low key, and that would be outrageous, and it would be all over the newspapers. If anyone gave a hint, a little sign of treating her unequally because she's,
But
X, Y, and Z.
that is pretty normal in the UK.
No, but I'm
itself.
talking in politics in general.
Yeah, but like politics is look at the Conservatives.
Yeah.
They didn't really disagree with what Trump said. Like they said, it's not the appropriate language to use, but they didn't really say like it was bad.
Yeah.
They said,
outrageous.
"Oh yeah, I mean she isn't really from the UK. She's not really from America,
Yeah.
is she?" So technically, I mean, I will say the Tories.
Can you tell me what happened? Because I don't really know the story.
So basically,
Go on.
this lady called Ilham Omar, she is she?
She's a member of Congress.
The Congress, yes, exactly.
She's one of their.
But she's from Minnesota, innit?
Yeah. Shout out to her. She's been doing bits.
So I think he told her to go back.
Yeah, go back to your country.
Yeah, that was it.
So
but he's been atting her for the longest, anyway.
I know. I think bare people have been atting her because she's not only because she's black, because she's Somali and she's Muslim.
My only thing is, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be very, very honest with everyone. I didn't really read into it. Only because I have a box,
Right.
an imaginary box.
Okay.
That I basically, if it gets filled up with too much bullshit, that's it. I'm not reading into
Blood.
more.
So true. Bro,
Because,
I'm telling you.
I don't know if you do that as well.
100%. 100%.
So,
But not, I don't have an imaginary box. I just shut down.
Yeah,
I'm basically like
I don't really
a memory stick. I've got like 2 gigabytes of data of bullshit.
Yeah, per week. And it's like.
Not even per week, bro. It's like.
if it passes that,
Yeah.
I can't. Because obviously this includes everything on a day to day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like bullshit.
Yeah.
So it could be friends,
Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
work,
Yeah.
whatever. If that box gets full,
That's
I'm
it, man.
sorry. Please
Yeah.
come back next week.
Come back. Yeah, trust.
Yeah, you gotta wait for your turn.
Trust me. Trust
So,
me.
anyways, the only opinion that I'm gonna say is, first things first, I'm not surprised. Secondly, you want her to go back to Somalia after she's grinded this hard,
Trust, man.
after she's faced all of the racism that she could have faced to get into the system,
Blood.
to work hard. Now you want her to go home. Now that she's fixed things in your city, you must be bluffing.
Trust me.
And it's like, where do you want her to go? You want her to go back to Somalia to do what? To go into politics? After she just came back from America? Do you want her to get... I'm joking.
Blood.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's no logic behind what he's trying to say.
I mean, Katie Hopkins gave the best bullshit explanation of the century, right? She goes, when Trump said go home, he didn't literally mean go home in a racial way. He meant you should go home and fix the problems at your own country. If you think you're so, if you're so good at what you do, then you should go home, show us that you can fix these problems back home, and then come back and do it here. And I just thought, wow, do you really think you're going to sell that? Really?
But you know people are going to fall for it.
Of course. But this is the thing.
They're like, shit, thank
Bruv,
you,
am I
Katie.
that smart? Like, am I
I'm
really
gonna
that
use
clever?
That next week.
Because I feel like personally, me not being fed this bullshit makes me more superior to other people, and it feeds my ego so much. And I feel so much more important than anyone else because I'm able to foresee all of this. I'm able to. It's all exposed. But to other people, they're being fed this bullshit and they take it. They bite.
So do you think Boris Johnson's going to become Prime Minister?
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. Tomorrow we'll find out. Yeah, he will definitely become Prime Minister.
What, tomorrow we'll find out?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Why?
Well, Theresa May's last day was on Friday.
Is it?
Tomorrow's the vote, man.
What?
Tomorrow's the big vote. Tomorrow's the big day. We get a brand new Prime Minister tomorrow, and it's a guy who doesn't have to brush his own hair, fam.
I didn't know it was tomorrow, you know.
He went into a press conference flinging around fish. Listen, bruv.
Actually a mug.
Do you know what? I'm at this stage, yeah.
But you know what? British politics is
Blood,
just...
I'm done. I'm done. Like I've got nothing to say about this issue with Boris Johnson because Boris Johnson is Boris Johnson.
All right, cool. We're scrapping that. Yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, whatever, man.
So let's go into our third topic, which is... Well, my uni group is going in, you know. They're talking about their modules and stuff.
Bro, boy, you lot are dedicated. I didn't have a group chat. We had
I only got added to it on the last day of uni.
What the fuck? What's that
I made
all
it to the cut on the last day of uni.
Shout out to your uni mates.
I know, innit? It's quite sad, actually.
They probably did that to troll you.
No, they really didn't. I'm
They
quite
did.
anti at uni.
No, they did.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Joking.
So boom. Ramz.
Oh, man. When my brother told me this, I was like, whoa.
But this happened like...
Because my brother got an exclusive, innit? Like, my brother's the plug.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's the plug. So he
So
told
why
me
is he not
he
here?
told me about the suicide thing before it officially came out.
Okay.
So
But this happened longer than 2 weeks ago. It happened on the 11th of July, no?
what?
That-
Did the news come out
Yeah.
on the 11th?
Yeah.
Maybe he's not the plug then.
Okay.
Sorry. He said he knows people on the inside.
Okay.
He knows Ramz's manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so obviously they got talking.
Oh, so what did he say?
So he basically said Ramz tried to commit suicide.
Yeah, no, but he made an Instagram post.
Yeah. Okay, maybe he's not the plug.
Yeah. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I don't want to dismiss your brother, like.
But no, he was very confident the way he was telling me. He was like, yeah, man, I spoke to his manager. Like, yeah, he told me committed suicide. Tried to commit suicide. I was like,
Yeah,
bruh.
but he made a post.
What did he say? I didn't see that post.
Yeah, so he made a post. Our journalism today is so funny.
It's calm though, because like I came here fully prepared to be on anti-journalism mode
Yeah,
and just be fully dickhead mode.
Alright,
You know them ones.
Yeah, I hear
Just
you.
give your opinion.
So boom. So he made he did a post on Instagram.
Yep.
And there was a picture on the post of a hanging body, and then he captioned it as suicide. And then after, during the day, his mum made a post saying he's in good hands now.
I saw that post.
Yeah, mum and manager or
Mm.
management, whatever.
Fucking dark, man.
Yeah, it is.
Some
Do you
dark
think
shit.
that the fact that he had the capital
Blood, he should never have done that.
Wait, hold on.
I don't know who the fuck gassed him.
Let me what?
Because I know the backstory. I know the backstory to that.
Okay, wait. Let me just
Go on.
ask
Go
you
on.
the question. So, do you feel like the fact that he did was it summertime
Yeah.
capital summertime ball whatever in 2018? So last year.
I see. No.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, it wasn't his fault that the performance was
It was
bad.
all his fucking fault.
It wasn't.
All he had to do was put on a fucking pair of headsets, and he refused.
No, that's not the problem.
That is because he couldn't hear himself, so he was bang out of tune.
No, but I don't think the headphones helped. I don't think it was working. It wasn't his fault.
No. Do you know what it was? Again, the plug in it. The plug told me this.
Your plug is dead, bro.
The plug. I listen. So this is according
Your
to
plug is dead.
according to the plug. According to the plug.
Go.
He was on stage before he was about to go on stage. They told him to put on these pair of headsets that would allow him to hear himself.
Yeah.
So that he can, the audience can
But
be a
he
little
was
bit blocked
wearing
up.
headsets.
Yeah, but he didn't want it to be thinged. That's the thing. He didn't want it to be set up. They didn't set it up for him because he was like, "Nah, dead that. I'm just gonna do it solo." And then he jumped on and then he did it and he fucked up.
80,000 people, But you know what was? I think I don't know if your plug is certified or
listen.
not. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Alright, cool.
Do you feel like because of that performance that had a massive impact on
It was
his
a
mental
catalyst,
health?
I would say because the way people stuck it on him, bruv.
On
It was
the
as
internet,
if he wasn't human.
Yeah.
It was mad. It was like taking a mick out of a meme, but forgetting that this guy is actually a human being.
And he's
and
he was only 19 at the time.
Oof.
Very
Wow.
young.
But then I don't understand people like him, because look,
What's there not to understand?
put yourself in his position. You're Ramz. You've just made a one-hit wonder, a
Yeah.
banger, right?
Yeah.
You go on stage, you perform it live, you fuck up like majorly, you get memed for it, you get trolled for it. If I was in his position, I would ask myself, wow, I am being taken the fucking piss out of. I need to get back into the studio and release another banger. Now.
But is it that easy though? Is the question when you're
I
signed
don't
to a
know.
record
I'm not in
label.
his position.
Do you know what I mean? And like, think about it, as an artist, I know for me, there's times where I have like blocks of where I just can't like create anything,
Same.
whatever it is. Do you know what I mean?
All the time.
So yeah, exactly. So maybe
All the time.
he was experiencing that, whatever.
Mm.
But I just want to touch on the point. I can't even speak today, I'm
No,
like,
it's calm. You're speaking very well. Well done.
whatever, man. I just want to touch on the point. Do you feel like mental health amongst men is something that is dealt with too late?
Do you know what? Mental health amongst men is a very, very interesting topic.
Yeah.
Because mental health amongst men is often seen as something that doesn't exist until it's too late.
Okay.
So I say that when people only discuss mental health amongst men when someone has got to the position where it's too late to reverse,
Okay.
where they've hit the brick wall, effectively, right? But no one really wants to discuss mental health amongst men. Specifically, I'm gonna say men, because I think we've sort of capped the mental health definition on our teenagers, our youngsters, and we've sort of limited the exposure of mental health, in the sense that it applies to everyone and anyone. But us as human beings right now in 2019, we only apply it to a set particular group of people. Do you get it? Do you agree with me, or what do you think?
I think I'm gonna speak from my perspective.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can, like, I'm an advocate for mental health, like in any sort of way. Like I really do care about like people's mental health, like in any, even just to their well-being.
Yeah.
And like it's something that I like to apply on a day-to-day basis. Like I like to ask people how they're doing.
Yeah.
And yada yada yada. But when it comes to men, I really do sometimes struggle.
Yeah.
Especially with like black men as well.
Yeah.
Obviously being black too. I feel like I know, maybe because I'm a female, I know when another woman is going through something. And I feel like I can detect like certain things. Whereas if when a man's going through something, I feel like I understand and I can be sympathetic. But I feel like it's quite difficult when they have to speak to like me and not another like man. But at the same time, sometimes I feel like men feel like it's easier to talk to a woman because obviously like they're willing to, they just have the dialogue.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like I think I'm still trying to understand it myself and like how it's ended up in like how mental health for men has ended up the way it has recently. Yeah.
I'm trying to basically, yeah.
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
I don't know what I'm trying to say, you know.
That's what I mean.
I swear
like,
that, do you know what, like,
it's interesting.
I don't.
But you know, okay,
Bruv.
so one of the things that like I was reading about before we came to record was that 75, so I'm just going to read a stat.
Go on.
So in 2017, 5,821 suicides were recorded in Great Britain. And of these, 75% were male.
Yeah.
And only 25% were female.
But that doesn't surprise me one bit.
And it is the most common cause of death for men aged 20 to 49 years in England and Wales. And what didn't surprise me was the fact that obviously, not saying that women are considered, it's because women get, sometimes I feel like it's good that women are labelled emotional.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. You can detect when another female is going through something because she will openly express whatever she's feeling.
That's not true.
Well, no, I think it's more easier to detect it in a woman than it is in a man. Because it's impossible to tell with a men.
Because men are told to man up.
Yeah, no. And you know what? Yeah. I was just thinking this. I was smiling to myself while she was talking all of that because I was just applying it to myself.
Yeah.
And I was thinking how I react to this kind of stuff. And literally, like, I would love to break down and cry and be really emotional. But in my mind, when I'm going through something really tough and I'm going through a really hard patch, all I'll say to myself is, right, fucking pull your socks up and just get on with it. Yeah. Like, you don't have time to be going through shit right now. Yeah. You just need to get on with it. And it will kill me inside, but I've got no choice. And I do it to myself. So I think, I don't know, is there like a gene inside men's DNA?
No, I do it to myself. No, I 100% get. Like, do you know what it is as well? Like, I don't know how to explain this, but as a woman, I would say people would label me as quite independent. Like someone who has a tough skin, someone who's like, you know, I've had certain situations where people call me masculine. They're like, oh, you're very masculine. Like, yeah, no.
I mean, I see parts of it.
I mean, it's not because I'm no,
not macho, but it's more like your personality traits.
Okay, and yeah, sometimes people will say that to me.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
No, wait. What I'm trying to get at is
are you offended by that when people call you that?
Yeah, because my femininity.
But why?
Because wait, let me tell you why I get offended.
Go on.
Because a man, why is he considered masculine?
Because he's got certain like chemicals inside of his body, like testosterone.
Put the science aside.
Yeah.
Like just in general, just the way he looks, right?
All right.
Or maybe his personality traits or his characteristics and the way he has to act.
Okay.
a lot of people say that, you know, men don't really talk about certain things.
Yeah.
When, in fact, they genuinely want to talk about it.
Yeah.
They might just be unable to communicate it or whatever. And they're told, like, just man up, man. Grow up. Stop crying. Da-da-da. So that's been applied to me too. That doesn't make me masculine.
No, it doesn't.
So that's what a lot of people refer to. And that is just what I think humans need to deal with, like humanity in general. Like, people need to stop saying to people, just deal with it. Like, and that's your coping mechanism. For me, that's the same. But
but it's bad. It doesn't help me.
Yeah, that doesn't make me masculine. That just makes me fucking problematic, because I'm also doing the same thing as you. But I can't really apply that and explain that all the time. That, yeah, I'm out here in these streets saying, okay, Faz, you just got to deal with it. Like, it is what it is. So I think that's,
that was very well put.
I think that's what we struggle with, people in general. And I think that's something that I told you I want to do my dissertation on that.
You did.
Yeah. How, like...
Good luck with it.
Yeah. And I want to, like, do that comparison as well. And how that kind of, like, annotation is constantly, like, used in, like, dialogues amongst people. But, yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Sounded great.
That is so sarcastic.
Yeah, okay, that last bit was sarcastic.
It's so sarcastic.
No, but it is interesting. Of course, it's very interesting. Now, we can go on about this for ages, because such a big topic. Like, this is, I would say, society's main problem right now. Our biggest social barrier is mental health.
Do you think so?
I genuinely do think so. Yeah, I don't think we as as a community in the United Kingdom, we're not facing anything more difficult than
You're absolutely right.
mental health.
It's disgusting how the GPs give out antidepressants.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
Like, left, right, and centre. And I'm talking from experience. Like, I went to the GP once because I needed to bust me to get circumstances.
Yeah.
And boom, like, they're like, yeah, we'll give you antidepressants. So what? Like, immediately after like 1 minute, I literally went on Google and typed in what the symptoms of depression was, and they gave me antidepressants. God. You don't even know if I'm allergic to it. But anyways, we'll move on to our next topic.
Yeah, I hope Ramz gets better. I mean, the whole purpose of that was to just, I guess.
Yeah, just have that conversation.
Stretch our hands out to him, and I genuinely did feel really bad when I heard about him. No, genuinely, I just was like, wow, that's fucked, man. Can you imagine what he was going through to be pushed to that, like, conclusion, to that sort of, option? Jeez.
You're fucking awkward.
Yeah.
Anyways, we can move on to our other topic, the eclipse.
Oh, so yesterday the moon went red.
I didn't know that.
Did you see it?
Did you see it?
I saw it.
Really?
I've got a picture of it, actually. It's a bit blurry, though. I took it as I was driving on the A12.
What time was it?
It's like midnight.
You got
Ihan sending me more pictures. What's wrong with this guy, bro? Why are you sending me pictures of you sleeping?
Yeah, come to the podcast recording.
Nahia sends me pictures of him sleeping. Should I just make this the fucking thumbnail of the podcast?
No, he's actually the
of the episode.
Why
are you
please do it.
What kind of dickhead do you have to be to pretend to be sleeping and hold the phone up, then press a button, bruv?
And then send it to us whilst we're recording.
And then look at the picture and be like, yeah, I'm going to send that one there.
I love
you
him.
Fucking dickhead, bruv.
You gotta love him for
it. Look at him. What? And he looks like he's genuinely trying to look like he's sleeping.
Oh, he's so funny. Oh, he's actually the funniest.
Anyway, look at this.
Okay, yeah.
So which one is the moon?
There.
Yes. It's red, bruv. Look, it's red. It's bright red.
Yeah, okay, so do you know, this is why we need Nahia.
Yeah.
Because he knows facts about, like,
well, he'll probably give us something about Turkey.
Yeah.
He'll probably link it to fucking
like
the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah, but you know Turkish people, yeah, they're very, like,
what?
I wouldn't say they're nationalists.
They are hot nationalists. They are
trying
number
to be
one.
Nice.
Bruv, they're the biggest nationalists
I
since
don't
the
blame
Nazis.
them though.
Huh?
I don't blame them.
I don't blame them. They've got a rich history.
Yeah.
They've got a very rich
Yeah.
history.
And it stayed in line. Like it's been linear.
And it's bang
And it's
in the middle
easier
of the
to
world.
Yeah, and it's easier to kind of study.
Mm.
So
The lunar eclipse. Let's have a look, shall we?
yeah, I
Because-
mean, I know I've done a bit of like reading about it. So basically,
Yeah,
I have friends there who like really do look into like astrology,
astronomy. Okay.
as in like star signs. And
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
So basically, eclipses are dramatic wild cards in our horoscopes, apparently, and they so when it happens, it apparently brings new life of big events, and when an eclipse happens, especially lunar, is that how you say it?
Yeah, lunar. Yeah.
It makes everything more emotional, and it
Swear
brings
down.
everything to a final like.
When was this lunar eclipse? It wasn't yesterday, was it? Huh?
It was the recent one.
Yeah, but I don't know when it was, innit?
Yeah, I mean, if you're saying it was yesterday, yeah.
No, I mean the moon was red, but
Okay.
the lunar eclipse appeared on July the 16th.
Yeah.
July the 16th was tight. Oh my god,
What's
there's a
going on?
fucking butterfly, bruv.
Oh, what the fuck, man? Come
Nah,
on.
'cause long.
You need to relax.
Can't be having butterflies
You
flying
can't
in
be.
like that.
Look, you can't be doing that. Anyways, I thought a lunar eclipse. Yeah, it was the 16th. You're right. But what did you see yesterday then?
The moon was just red, man.
Really?
Yeah, it was bright red.
Okay, boom. But anyways,
so what happened on
apparently,
the 16th? When was the 16th? Was it Monday?
yeah. But I didn't know that, so it's
Were
fine.
you emotional on Monday?
Yeah, it's been a quite emotional week. Have you been emotional?
Oh, I don't know
This
what happened
week?
on Monday, man. Oh, this week's been tough.
Yeah.
This week's been tough,
Yeah,
man.
so it's right.
Bruv, I swear down, this week has been one of the hardest weeks I've had in ages.
Really?
It's been really tough.
Okay, well maybe this astrology shit is right.
Nah, long. Can't be right.
I mean, it says lunar eclipse full moon as well, so it was a full moon, right?
I don't believe in that shit.
I mean, you don't have to believe in it, but it's good to just read about it.
No,
I
I'm not going
guess.
to. I'm not interested.
Okay, can I just say one more thing?
Go on.
So basically, it told us, that you have to trust whatever is unfolding in your life
Mm-hmm.
as the natural. So basically, the cycles and transformations change,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all for a higher purpose.
Okay.
Do you feel like anything has changed this week for you? Or anything
Um,
has come into light? Do you feel like anything has... I mean, you said it was a tough week. Why was it a tough week?
bruv, it's like. Hold on. Sorry. Let me tell you why it's been tough. It's been tough the same reason why it's been tough for the last 6 months. My house. It's a joke, bruv.
I mean, that could be an example. I mean, it's come to light.
So
That
tomorrow,
there's certain things that you need
I was supposed to have that
address.
meeting with my builder today.
Yeah.
He didn't fucking show up. He took all of his tools. Everything has been cleared out of the house. So that begs the question of, is he fucking coming back?
What?
I know. It's mad.
Have you guys paid him?
Not all of it.
That's fine then.
But it's just really frustrating because there's too many voices being thrown at him. So I want to blame him. I really do. But I can't. Because it's not really his fault. He's
Why?
been but I mean, look, he's been a bit of a dickhead, you know.
Of course.
He's been bumping us off and hiding amounts and stuff like that.
But you know, people that I don't know how they expect to succeed in life.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely.
Yeah.
So
So-
do you think that we can apply this to the lunar eclipse?
No, not really.
Why? Because it said it brings new life to big events.
So
With
basically,
all eclipses, something ends
Mm.
and something else begins. Things become more emotional. They bring a final ending. You can trust whatever is unfolding. You can't apply that, no?
Nah, man. Put my faith in God.
No, I'm not saying that. Of course it's from God.
I don't know. Listen,
Yeah.
the lunar eclipse is something I decided to talk about because there was nothing else to talk about.
Well, no, hold on. There's
Effectively.
always something to talk about. And
I know.
they said they're supposed to uproot us, surprise us, and get us moving. They're supposed to shake us out of our feelings.
Well, I'm hoping by the
Yeah?
end of this
They want
month,
us to change.
by the end of next month,
Yeah.
all the building works will be done.
Mhm.
And then I can finally maybe start to reconstruct my life a little bit
Mm.
because I can't deal with it anymore, Pfizer. I need therapy, bruv.
Really?
Big man things. I'm going through tough times, fam. Yesterday I was driving, yeah. It was like early in the morning, bro. Early in the morning. I'm talking about 9 o'clock. Why am I stressing at 9 o'clock? Like, I'm just like, I got to a traffic light and I was like, no, man. My life's a fucking joke.
Can't be fucking bothered,
Seriously, I was just like,
I know exactly the feel. This is the kind of week that I had too.
literally, like, I
I'm
could just
telling
feel
you.
it at the back of my forehead now. Just pounding, like, do you know what I mean? Anyways, you win some, you lose some. At the end of the day, it's calm. We do what we gotta do.
Okay, so why do you feel like this week has been tough? You haven't answered that. I mean, obviously the house.
Yeah, so the house has been one of the big issues.
Yeah.
Also, I think I've been witnessing my parents go through a lot of stress as well. And that's also made me feel really stressed because, you don't really want to see your parents, stress. And, I've just felt a bit uneasy and uncomfortable about all of that. What else? I've been flat out. I've been exhausted. So this past week, I've been back at advertising marketing agency.
Okay.
And I'm doing that for 2 weeks. So I'm just basically helping out, covering, right? So my day, I haven't been at home a lot. My day has been started at about 7 o'clock. And, it's normally when you're in your own environment, when you're in your own office, if you're self-employed, you're a bit more relaxed because you can do whatever the fuck you want. So you're sort of comfortable. But when the place where I'm at for 2 weeks now, it's like really chilled out. It's really comfortable. And it's something that I could do with like the back of my hand. I know it inside out. But, it's constant. It's like, you're working, right? So it's like from 9 till like 6, working. Like manually, your body's just being pushed. And then in the evening, from 6 onwards to 10:30, you're working flat out. And then you go home, and then in the middle of that, you get a phone call from your mum, and then she's unloading all of this shit onto you, like, oh, this shit's going on. And then you have to hang up the phone, carry on working, whilst thinking about all of the shit that's going on. It's emotionally very draining. So, but I like it because I know, like, 5 years down the line, this is what you always have to go through something in order to get you to, like, elevate you. Do you know what I mean? And I'm, it's a bit stupid to say, something like this could elevate me into the next position.
I get exactly what you mean.
I always like going through challenges and struggling because I know that if I get through it, then that's one thing I've got through, and also I can overcome it if it ever comes up, if it ever comes my way again.
I mean, not that you won't overcome it, but in the future you can possibly have better coping mechanisms and as well, and like creating balances and stuff. I mean, that's one thing that I think I can also kind of like understand.
Yeah.
Well, I do understand because obviously I'm doing my uni work. I've got the podcast recording going on.
Yeah.
We've got, obviously my 9 to 5, whatever, and all the other side projects that's going on. And of course, like family. And then you're just like at work trying to get through the day, and then you get these interruptions, and like you're trying to make sure, you remain, constantly having that source. You don't want to be aging.
Trust me, bro.
You want to make sure like you're ahead of the game or whatever. So I get it, 100%.
Thank you.
That's fine.
I don't know how we got to that conversation. Where did we? Oh yeah, lunar eclipse.
Yeah.
The moon. That's very.
But okay.
That was a nice little segment. I like that. I felt like I just went through a bit of therapy.
No, that's fine. I'm always here.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So can we go on to the Twitter hashtags?
Oh, do you know what? I put this on because I didn't
it.
have anything to speak about.
I think it's funny. I was actually laughing.
Yeah, because I was just thinking to myself, I was genuinely answering this in my head, things the Queen would never say.
I mean, I didn't really think of any, but the ones that I liked the most, I can tell you. You can tell me what you liked. So hashtag things the Queen would never say is trending. So I'm gonna join in. This is what some person said. She goes, "We can all dream about the day she does this though." And Donald Trump, ma'am, yes, but make it look like an accident.
What? I don't get it.
That the way they killed Diana.
Oh shit! Oh, that's dark, bro.
I know. I
That's
love
some
dark humour.
dark
It's actually
shit,
quite
bruv.
bad.
Jeez.
And then she goes, we
Mm.
should pay reparations to all the countries we colonised and return everything in the British Museum.
Oh, wait, they've really done that.
No, they haven't returned anything to.
The British Museum?
Yeah, as in return everything from the
Oh,
British
from the
Museum.
British Museum.
Yeah. To,
Right,
back to
boy.
the countries.
These, these hashtags are bare like.
The white humour, yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
bruv.
Okay,
if it
so
was
one
me, I'd be
more.
like, Philip, have you watched the X Factor?
Yeah.
Something
There was
like
another
that.
one. Okay, last one, yeah. Hashtag things the Queen would never say. Doorbell rings. Ding dong. I'll get it.
Yeah. Oh, she says that. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right. I don't think they've got a doorbell in Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, no,
Oh, that's the point.
that's the whole point.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Okay. Well, moving on. Did you find any you like?
No,
No,
I just
okay.
thought to myself it would be funny to. I just literally thought to myself,
Yeah.
I've got 2 topics to speak about. Let me put this in for now,
Yeah.
in case nothing comes up.
No, it was funny.
But then something did come up.
Okay, cool. So should we talk about our Chapo beast?
Nah, I don't want to
Pablo
talk about El
Escobar.
Chapo. Oh, versus Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Who do you think was?
Worse.
I mean, I really liked Narcos.
Bruv.
Narcos.
Narcos
was
will
way good.
never, ever be. What's the word I'm thinking about?
It'll never be shit.
No, it will never be taken off his pedestal.
Yeah, it's
do
a
you know
bit
what I
like
mean?
Scarface.
Yeah, bruv. It's up there. It's up there, man. It is up there.
Yeah.
Narcos was the best in terms of drug-related
Yeah.
series. Narcos is the best. El Chapo, on the other hand, was also very, very good.
I didn't watch it.
You should watch it. It's very, very
I
good.
got bored.
Did you actually get bored? So you started
Yeah.
watching it and you got bored?
I was like, this ain't the same as Narcos. You show me Narcos, then try and show me
Yeah,
El
true,
Chapo.
true. Yeah, because when I watched the first, but the reason why I watched El Chapo was because
to
I missed
understand,
I missed Narcos so much
yeah.
that I needed to watch something similar.
Yeah.
So yeah, blood. Narcos was sick, fam. Mad emotional. Do you get me? Like
But I feel like
it
in
was so
terms of-
like they did really well
they did very,
with the
very,
timeline
very
as well and making everything so accurate.
When I was reading into it today, because I was just like, let me do a comparison, right?
Hmm.
I was just thinking, obviously, Pablo Escobar, he did a lot of good things for his community.
A lot of things.
Like he built schools.
He was a politician
Yeah.
until the middle class. They kicked him out because
Yeah.
he wasn't, one of
Until
them.
the US got involved,
Yeah,
to be honest.
effectively, yeah.
And when he was apparently killed, I don't think he killed himself, I
No,
mean, I
they
don't think
shot him.
I don't think they shot him. I think he killed himself.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
Why? But they've got
Because
pictures of him.
yeah, but those pictures, they just show him dead.
Mm.
I think he killed himself. I honestly feel like he killed himself. I don't think he would you think Pablo Escobar will be killed by US government? Do you know what I mean? That's far-fetched.
You said Escobar. It's Escobar.
Escobar. Okay, fuck it today.
I was just
I'm so
debating. I was
Somali.
saying in my head, like, should I
No,
tell
tell
her
me.
or not?
You know what I hate when people don't correct me. I'm like, what?
No, it sounds good though. I like when you say Escobar.
Escobar.
But we should
Escobar.
Pablo Escobar.
Yeah. That's how you say it, innit?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that film
anyways.
was sick, bro.
But whereas with Al Chapo, when I was reading about
Yeah.
him, I'm sorry, but I didn't really
El
see.
Chapo's a pedo, fam. He even looks like one.
You think so?
Yeah, he looks like a little rat, fam.
I didn't really look at him like that. They're butters though.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I know that. I know Pablo is dead, but then
Who? Pablo?
yeah.
Nah, he was a boss, fam.
he
Pablo
was.
Escobar looks like a fucking boss. Like, you couldn't fuck around with him. He looks like that type of character.
And you
He's
know
very
when you
imposing.
look at but you know Al Chapo and like
Mm.
Pablo. I'm not even gonna say his surname. Yeah.
Escobar.
Like when you look at what the community would say about it, like Colombians and Mexicans, right? There's like
They loved
three different.
him.
There's three different like opinions. You've
Mm.
got people that said, yeah, he's fucking demon.
Mm.
Obviously, in order to maintain, like he literally had an army, like a
Mm.
whole operation going on,
Mm,
whatever,
mm,
whatever.
mm.
He had a whole economy just for
Cartel.
himself. Yeah, cartel. Oh, it was so sick, innit?
Sick, bro. I need to watch it again.
Lo
Must
siento,
watch
mi
it again.
amigo, por favor. I learned bad things from there.
Yeah, bro. The one thing I learned from this, tranquilo.
Yeah.
Tranquilo. Is that relax? Calm down.
Yeah, like obviously some people would definitely think they're a demon because they might have come across them and shit didn't go right.
Mm.
But for some people, he did genuinely create like jobs
Yeah, man.
in areas like that people could not.
Mm.
They didn't have no jobs. They didn't
For
have
real,
no
for
money.
real.
Whatever. Yeah. And he made sure that money moved around.
Mm.
But what shocked me the most is how he was worth 30 billion. US
Yeah, man.
dollars.
He was generating like I don't know the amounts, but it was in the millions per
And-
day.
And you know what pisses me off even more?
He ran out of money in the end. How the fuck do you run
No,
out of
but
money in
it
the
was-
end, bro?
No, but what about when he was like burning the money
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
to keep his
Yeah,
daughter
to keep
warm?
himself
That's
warm.
mad. That's
Yeah.
one.
But you know, one thing that Narcos taught me was that, you get to a point where you realize that life really and truly, like life in its purest form, is worth more than
Yeah, money.
anything.
100%.
Because that one example that you just gave when he started burning the money,
His
that
daughter was
highlights
killed. Yeah.
what he really valued in the
And
end.
there was money that he had that was stacked in
buried
like warehouses
in
and
sofas and
stuff.
shit, fam.
And they all just like rats ended up eating them.
Mhm.
They ended up all going rotten.
Mhm.
So yeah, do you feel like it was good that Al Chapo got arrested?
Yes, I think it was always coming. El Chapo, my man escaped prison once. He tried to run away. He was on the run for like 2-3 years. Like he was always gonna get a life sentence in the US. They might as well.
But what has it got to do with the US is my question.
Because he was smuggling drugs into the US.
Fair enough.
So, and obviously all this drug-related business, and also his sons as well. His whole family is basically part of it.
So do you feel like it's always going to continue?
I think the drug war will always continue because of the level of poverty, which is sort of the ratio of poverty between the two countries.
Pablo could have paid off Colombia's debt,
Yeah, he could have, yeah.
but they said no.
Isn't it mad how much money one guy made?
Yeah.
One guy. This
But
is
it's
one
because
guy.
the politicians were also involved.
Yeah. But this is the problem, yeah. So
So
drug,
that's what I'm saying. Al Chapo, like,
bruv,
did they really who did they really catch, or is it part of like some sort of scheme? 'Cause
Well, he
remember,
was-
I swear Pablo built his own prison.
yeah. Pablo he built his own prison. He put himself in there
Yeah.
so he could carry on his drug operation. And basically, the agreement was to put him in there so that they know where he is. Because half the times they didn't really know where the fuck he was.
100%.
And then he escaped. When the Americans got involved, he escaped. And then he was on a run. And then boom, they
I cried,
got him
man,
in
when
the
he died.
end.
I cried when he died.
I almost did. It was yeah. It's bad though because look at all the shit that he did. But then having said that,
But do you think that the bad outweighs the good? I think it did.
yeah, because if that film or that TV series never really highlighted the repercussions of the amount of drugs that were exported. We're talking about, when was this? 80s?
Yeah.
We're talking about a time period in America where you would find dead bodies in the streets from drug overdose.
Yeah, but that is because America doesn't have preventative measures.
Yeah,
Their poverty levels are already bad as it is.
that's true. It's very
So,
true.
no matter what drug it is, they can't. It's the same with Ebola because the government doesn't have a stable healthcare system and like money doesn't flow well. They can't protect their people.
So what's going on with Ebola? Let's link
Apparently,
it very nicely.
there's another outbreak.
Yeah, because I saw the
Congo.
BBC News notification on my phone, and that's as far as I went into looking into it.
But that's how it is always will be though. Like there will constantly keep being these outbreaks.
But
in
now
Africa.
it's a global emergency.
No, it's not. It's only in Congo. It's basically apparently this pastor went to go and heal someone. Then he came back to one city and then it started spreading.
Jeez.
Yeah. A bit.
Bearing in mind the Africa Cup of Nations has just finished.
Yeah, I mean,
Hella people are gonna come back home.
it's okay. We have the resources.
Oh, do we?
Of course, we have the
Oh,
resources.
so if anyone gets Ebola here, it's fine.
100%.
All right, let's calm then. Because I got bare shook in it. I was
Why?
thinking,
But that's what they want to do, though. Create fear
yeah,
and to be like, oh, Africa's still poor. You know, they have to
yeah.
maintain. They have to maintain that agenda.
Do you? Okay, look, I really wanna, because this got me thinking the other day, right? About this. I'm trying to sort of make it make sense in my head before I say it,
That's fine.
because it's all jumbled up in my head. So, Ebola originates from Africa, and a lot of people have this stereotype that Africans are poor, they experience a lot of poverty, some go as far as to say they are less human than us, civilized people,
Okay.
or they're less civilized, I would say. Do you think this outbreak of Ebola has strengthened the argument for these really ignorant people that Africa as a continent is far backwards to the rest of the civilization?
Of course. Everything that Africa does will always be like, as much like no one will ever talk about the riches of Africa. They'll never talk about, the richest
And
people that
also,
were in Africa, like Manso.
who gets to choose what is civilization and what isn't? What is superior and what is inferior?
But that stems from how like colonization actually came in. It's embedded in our society to say that the West is right, whereas the rest is wrong. Because right now, for example, I know people that are living in Somalia and who have people that come in, clean their houses, people that do this, people that do that. Like, they get fresh bread delivered to their door. That don't really happen in London.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's true.
For me to have my own maid, they'll be like, what? You are rich. But in my mind, I'm like, what? A maid is nothing.
Yeah, we've got one in our country as well.
Yeah, it's normal.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like
we grow our own crops, we eat our own food, we grow our own animals.
Like,
do you know what I mean?
Organic food isn't for rich people only. Organic food is accessible to everyone in Somalia.
Blood, for lunch today, I had like herbs from my back garden.
Good for you.
I'm telling you, fam.
I had good dinner today,
What did you have?
My sister cooked some good food. She cooked like roast, but obviously it was seasoned as like as she would with like lamb, but it was like tender. But then she like made it like the outside a bit crispy
skin,
did that
but
to the roast
nice
as well.
and soft on
So
the
she
inside.
made like the chicken, soft inside, but then the skin was like crispy.
Jeez.
And then we had rice, and then we had pasta. So we had we could choose which one we wanted, and then we had potatoes, like roasted potatoes, and then salad.
Proper Sunday roast, innit?
Well, she went in, and I went there exactly when she just like put the food down. So I just came in
bang on the right time.
100%, and then we had the 7-Up, obviously, because we're Somali, and with ice.
Is that what Somalis drink?
Yeah, they love 7-Up. 7-Up with everything.
I thought you looked like your Miranda strawberries.
No. My household is 7-Up in it. And then boom, with a banana and some
Standard.
Some chili. And then after we had like melons and shit.
Hey, bro, I love
it was a Lithuanian.
Oh, man. I love it.
Yeah, it was a Lithuanian. So yeah, anyways, moving back to I mean, look, it's inevitable.
It is what it is, isn't it?
Africa's always going to be painted poor. I mean, it has all the resources in the world. So many shit, comes from
It's so frustrating, isn't it? That they are if you look at in terms of resources and like natural resources, Africa is the richest.
Yeah,
one of the richest in the world, right?
But I thought it 100%.
But it's so frustrating to see why they're not using it to their advantage.
I feel like it's just too late.
It's
like, been exploited so much.
That's what I'm saying.
The damage has gone into our roots. There is hope. I mean, we can always continue improving a lot of things.
Yeah.
And remember, like, a lot of countries only got independency 50, 60 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally... Like, when my dad talks about, like...
77.
Like, today, my dad was talking about certain shit. Like, with my nieces and nephews. Obviously, my nieces and nephews are quite young. And, like, he did this reference
That's
where...
cute.
I know, innit? My niece is very, like, fair compared to, like, her siblings. But because she's been in the sun a lot, she's got quite tan. So my dad made this reference to, like, plantations and, like, slavery. And, like, they were confused. And I was like, this is what he's referencing. And, like, there's certain things that my dad does. And I'm like, you really do reference, like, the hardship that you had to, like, experience. I'm not saying that we don't experience it, but there's a lot of things that I can, like I've studied and I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see through him.
Mm-hmm,
And like just a lot of conversations and
Mm.
like just his mannerisms and like the fact that he's always on, like just like little things like the fact that he's always on time. Things have to be perfect.
Yeah.
You can never fuck up.
Mm.
Like, yeah, like always patterned.
Mm-hmm,
Everything's always have to be in order. Like he's really carried that anxiety
Disciplined.
with him. Yeah, but it's anxiety. It's quite like it creates anxiety within the person.
It's an OCD.
Yeah, because he really does. Everything has to be like in place,
Mm-hmm.
and that I'm not saying it comes from like, slavery or whatever. But there's certain conditions that he's had to deal with.
Yeah.
He's so used to, like the things that you were saying earlier about like seeing some white people, and you can sometimes have like not necessarily a stereotype, but an automatic
A misconception, like a
like
prejudgment.
an automatic defense.
Mm.
Like he has it too. Like today, I was like, just to piss him off, I was like, Dad, I'm not gonna bring Somali home. And then he was like, what? Then I was like, yeah, Dad, I'm not bringing. But it's common in my family.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, why? Like, but why? Like, but why would you go? And I was trying to explain to him like how things have changed.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, okay. It took him like a good half an hour, but eventually he was like, you know what, forget it. Like, do what you want. It's too late for us to change things now.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyways, my day's been interesting.
Very good.
Yeah. So, should we wrap it up?
So funny, like we started this podcast talking about how your day's been, and then we've ended it literally.
How it's
How your
been.
day's
Yeah, I know.
It's been like that was great.
Thanks.
You did it on purpose.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it was good, I guess. It was nice.
Okay.
Nice to have a catch up.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week, of course.
Yeah, with Nahaya.
And Sadiq.
Yeah, lit.
Sadiq, the truth. Is it the truth?
You always say, you're so fucking fresh.
Is it the honest?
It's the honest.
Oh, for fuck's sake. But the truth sounds better, man.
No, but
Change it to Sadiq, the truth, blood.
how you gonna go try and change someone's name?
Change it, fam. I'm telling you. It just
You're
flows off
so-
your tongue better. I don't know,
The
man.
truth.
Sadiq, the truth.
But that sounds
Sounds
deep.
like Merlin, innit?
Alright,
Hey.
Sadiq, the truth. We'll see you next week.
Sadiq, the truth. Sadiq, the honest will be with us next
Are we
week.
reviewing the podcast now?
Hmm?
Are we reviewing the podcast now?
Review. Oh, should we review? Come, let's do it. Faiz, how do you think the postcard went?
No, you go
Podcast
first because
Shall
I'll
I
ask first.
went? You ask first.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this podcast.
But you
But
say this
Do you know what?
every-
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I say this every single week.
Yeah.
As soon as we finish the podcast, I always feel like we've accomplished something better than last week, and I
Okay.
really do feel like this podcast has been maybe not better than last week, but on par. Because I really enjoyed last week
Yeah, same.
in the
It
sense
was
that
so
we were,
fun.
there was a lot of good chemistry,
Yeah, it was
and
fun.
it was really fun, and also we were just having a conversation.
Yeah.
It wasn't like necessarily like thinking about I need to make sure that I'm talking about X, Y,
Oh,
and Z.
no.
But even today, like, I'll be honest with you, I needed to make a confession, but I
What?
didn't. I didn't do an inch of research on anything.
Same.
Yo, there you
I
go.
didn't either.
Bro, there you go. There you go.
I actually didn't.
But
No,
that's
but
it.
I literally was like, what did my friend say about Lunar Eclipse? Let me
Yeah.
let me just see what the world is saying. quick. Like, literally, yeah.
Right.
But it wasn't like the fact that we don't care.
No, of course
It's
not.
just this week has, like
It's
you said,
just been
an-
hectic, fam.
Yeah,
Like-
it's been an
Like
emotional
today,
week.
this morning, my plan was to wake up and spend a nice hour and a half researching everything. But the moment I woke up today, it was mad.
Farhan.
That's it.
Farhan.
That's it. 'Cause you get one day off, and that's it. They exploit you, fam.
Yeah,
They take advantage of you, and that's
Yeah.
calm. I always want to help my parents, but
100%.
come on, blood, give me an hour, like, let me just relax.
Let me
a
just
little
do my
bit,
podcast.
Trust
recording,
me.
blood.
Trust me. But it's cool. We got it done.
Yeah, 100%. I enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it.
I
Bruv, it
mean,
was
I'll
good.
be honest with you, like I'll be very, 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 very honest.
Go on. Yeah.
This will be the most honest I've ever been in my whole entire life when it comes to this podcast.
Alright,
innit?
do it.
So, but
I'm looking forward to this.
I think this week, has been so like it's been an emotional week for me because, right, I sound like I'm gonna cry in it.
Dude, if you have to, bruv, do it.
No,
You'll
fuck
get us
that,
more
I don't
views.
cry,
Do it.
man. I'm a whole grown woman, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that this week was so like tiring in terms of work, in terms of everything. Like everything I was doing was such a drag. Like I was doing it because I had to do it, and it was like if I was even turning up like late to places or whatever, I was like, at least I'm here. Like, yeah. And then, even like today, I was like, when I
CBA.
woke up, I was like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Like,
trust.
I've just got things to do throughout the whole day.
Same.
Yeah, that's how this week's been.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's why the tone of this podcast is like this.
But it's been good.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying
Like,
it's not
No,
good.
but I'm just saying the tone has been so like still so
Real.
energetic.
It's real.
It's been really real. I think I'll put the statement out there. I think our podcast is 100% the most organic podcast ever. I haven't come across a podcast like this real.
Do you think so?
Big man things, because I've heard I have gone through a lot of podcasts, and a lot of them are really like, you can hear it in some of the presenters' voices that, you know, they often get frustrated with their co-hosts, or they really want to stay on topic, or they really want to move on, like certain wording and phrasing. But personally, I want to listen to someone or a pair of people, a couple who just want to talk. Doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, we need to talk about X, Y, and Z, and we need to cover X, Y, and Z points. Let's just talk, bruv.
I hear you.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why Joe Budden's probably the only podcast who...
I like the 90s babies, sure. They're funny,
I think they're a bit commercialised.
No. Let them make their money.
Yeah, trust.
They're just trying to hustle. No, I really like them.
I don't know.
I like them.
Like them, I'm not black in it.
But that has nothing to do with anything.
Well, they're black though.
So?
But I'm not black.
So
how am I supposed to get them?
What?
I'm joking, man. I'm chatting shit.
Guys, don't worry. After we stop recording, I'm just going to make sure that this is dealt with in the most blackest manner ever.
I'm Asian, man. Allow me.
It doesn't matter. I'm black.
Bruv.
Actually, I'm not black. I'm African heritage.
There you go.
Because people are not white and black, actually. That is the wrong term.
They either brown or they're pale, innit?
I mean, no, not
Cream.
necessarily. I mean, white people come in all shapes and sizes.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, all right.
Let's wrap it up.
Should we wrap it up?
Yes, go and do the plug us in.
Shall I do the
Because you know
outro?
me, I can't do introductions and I can't do... It just doesn't work.
Well, I want to see one day whether you do the podcast by yourself. I think you will. I think there will come a day where you have to do the podcast by yourself.
Listen, you know it'll be a Lithuanian. The link up with the girl does. Hey!
Nah, man. Let's pray that never happens.
What?
Joking.
Are you mad? There'll be a good podcast.
I don't want you to have a good podcast without me though.
Yeah, I know. You know he's a control freak, innit?
Yeah, fully. I am.
Biggest control freak. But it's alright. Aries man, innit? I told you man, I like this.
Just.
We'll give
that?
it
Joking. Right. Right. Let's do this. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much for joining us on episode 45. It's almost 7, blood. Minor. No one's even bothered to check up on me. It's calm.
Oh, loud.
Just.
God damn.
Damn it. Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much for joining us on episode 45 of the Tomato Podcast. I have been your host, Farhan, and I've been joined here today and almost every week with my amazing host, Pfizer. Thank you for, being here again.
Thanks for having me, brother.
It stopped me from speaking to myself, which I've done on a couple of occasions.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thanks to Nahia.
It's alright. Nahia's not reliable.
Nahia's not...
But I love that about him.
What?
That he's not reliable.
Yeah, do you know what? I just love Nahia generally.
Yeah,
but I'm sorry.
Not everyone can be perfect.
Can I just take this opportunity right now?
Go on, to declare your love.
Not to declare my love, nah. Not even
back.
to declare my love, fam.
Yeah.
Like, whoever this listener is, bruv, he's been giving Nahia all this praise,
Oh, let's
fam.
not do this. Let's not do this.
Cuz.
Alright, God, let it go.
No, I'm sorry.
Let it go.
Why do we have delusional listeners?
Let it go.
No, bruv, don't give
Let
Nahia praise when he doesn't deserve it.
He deserves all the praise in the world.
He says that 4 words.
No, Nahia spoke more than 4 words last week.
Last week he
Excuse
went
me.
in. Okay, I give him credit for last week.
Last week, yeah.
Yeah.
You know when a child starts taking their first footstep and you're like, go.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. Not saying that he was
Trust.
taking his first footsteps
Nah, he
into the
went in,
podcast because he's been doing this for the longest. But that's how gassed I was.
I was actually contemplating last week I should get him on mic. It's the
Yeah,
first
no,
time.
100%.
First time ever.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah, so...
that might be the problem because he ain't got a mic.
Nah, bruv. Trust me, bruv. This guy's-
Okay. That's
He had a mic
actually
for like 2
interesting.
months. He didn't use it very well. Anyways, let's wrap it up, man. Alright, cool. So basically,
Plug us in.
I'll plug you. Yeah, let's plug us in. So basically,
Mhm.
our podcast will be released today, right now, because you're listening to it. But They're released every Mondays. In the evening. I don't know what time because it's very unreliable at the minute. But I'll get that shit sorted, so don't worry. But in the meantime, what you can do is you can, follow us on our social medias. They're not very active, but they will be active soon. Listen, it's tough times, but we'll get it sorted. So you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. On Instagram and Facebook at The Tomato Podcast. On Twitter at Podcast Tomato. Do at us, do ask us questions if you want us to answer anything. If you want us to talk about anything specific, you can most definitely contact us. Don't be shy. We are also on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, and SoundCloud at The Tomato Podcast. Again, all of our episodes are up on those platforms on a regular basis. And, I think the best part of all of that is that we are spreading awareness about ourselves and that we are, trying to stand out and be the best, better than the rest.
Bro, you sound like a politician.
But what's even better than all of that, us trying to achieve all of that and us trying to give you all of this content, force it down your throats and really be engaging and be how can I say, we want to make sure that our communities are interlinked with one another and are close and are, we're constantly communicating.
Wrap it up.
The best thing is this is absolutely free. You know what I'm trying to say, like?
I'm dead.
All of this content we're giving to you is absolutely free, like.
I'm dead.
So, like, what do you think you're gonna do right now? You need to go and follow us, like us, subscribe to us, give us a 5-star review. How was that Birmingham accent? Was that good?
Is that Birmingham?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Slightly brown, innit?
It's quite hard, their accent, because it just
Yeah.
pops out, like,
Yeah, but
in some sentences.
I could do a good Scouse accent, but I'll save that for another day.
Alright, yeah, let's do that one next time.
Alright, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. And until next time, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Alright, boom.